So, why might you want to study infant and child development in a laboratory setting? The answer should not be because you think babies are cute or you enjoy babysitting. One reason to work in a laboratory is to gain relevant experience and research so that you can effectively answer questions about development or about your particular research question. During early development, some of the most rapid changes occur. This is one reason that researchers choose to study the mechanisms of developmental change in human infants and children. When a baby is born, he or she cannot speak, crawl, or use words to communicate his or her thoughts and desires. Several months later, the baby can walk and point and show you things, and he or she will eventually say, "No, I want some juice." So how is it that these transformations occur? What experiences were necessary? Were there critical points in the development? What roles did genetic and biological factors play? Of course, there were special demands and crucial things to know when working with infants and children, and we will cover many of those in this course. By participating in a research laboratory, you gain experience working with senior faculty and more experienced researchers. This allows others to get to know you on a more personal level. This is oftentimes helpful as you seek to develop important references that you will need for graduate school or employment. Graduate schools typically seek out highly recommended, hardworking, and passionate students with direct research experience. Even if you're not considering graduate school in the social sciences, almost all careers involve research to some degree. So whether you're interested in medicine, law, finance, starting your own business, or even deciding which brand of television to purchase, research skills can't hurt. So becoming involved in a research laboratory can give you many of the skills that you will need in life and may also help pave the way so you may make various career and educational decisions. Now let's talk about how can you find a research advisor. This is from the section, How Can I Find a Research Advisor, which begins on page 6. So as with any relationship, the key to finding a good mentor is achieving a good fit. In any ideal relationship, you typically share common interests, goals, beliefs, and many times a like spirit. A mentor-student relationship shares many of the same characteristics. Just as you may not feel like arguing with a partner about politics or religion, you likely will not want to constantly argue with your mentor about interpretations of the meaning of data that you collect. Some researchers have very strong views and theories about their research findings. Just as it is difficult to change one's political or religious views, it can be difficult to change a researcher's position. This is not to say that you should not seek out like-minded mentors, or that you should rather only seek out like-minded mentors. But keep in mind that the mentor-student relationship is just like any other relationship. Your openness and your ability to communicate, as well as the quality of your relationship, will likely influence your productivity, happiness, and future. Okay, we're continuing to review from the section of the book, Selecting a Laboratory. And now we're going to compare the two letters that you can find on page 9. All right, so I present two letters to you. The first, let's read it together. Dear Dr. Smith, I'm a psychology major, aspiring to become an elementary school psychologist. Considering the critical role that early development plays in all aspects of life, I was interested in participating as a research assistant in your infancy research laboratory. Unfortunately, I read that a 6-month commitment is required. I am getting married in August and going on a 4-week honeymoon, so a commitment of that length would not be possible. Also, in late October, I'm having surgery on my knee, so I will be out of commission for 3 weeks. However, I would appreciate meeting with you to discuss how I can begin to work with you. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, so that's letter 1, and we're going to compare that to letter 2. Dear Dr. Smith, I'm a psychology major at College X and will be a junior beginning next semester. I have reviewed all of the guidelines that I found on your website and believe that your laboratory may be an ideal fit. I also hope to do an honors thesis in my senior year. I'm very interested in early infant learning and have recently read several of your research papers, including, quote, taking a closer look at social and cognitive skills, a weekly longitudinal assessment that I found on your website. I'm especially interested in your research showing that babies learn from eye gaze cues as early as 3 months of age. Might you be available in the next weeks to discuss the possibility of my joining your laboratory? If so, could you let me know your available times? Monday from 3 to 6, Tuesday from 9 to 2, and Wednesday from 9 to 12 are generally best for me. I look forward to hearing back from you. Sincerely.